Snow White is a big-budget retelling of the fairy tale from the Brothers Grimm, and it's a live-action remake of the classic Disney animated film. Disney was aiming for a blockbuster and did some experimental things here, namely the 7 dwarves are CGI. Sometimes with a cartoon, like Beauty and the Beast, there's a teapot that has personality. There's a wardrobe with personality. A teapot and wardrobe can't compete with live-action actors. Here, though, the problem isn't just the CGI. The script gives these CGI creations nothing to do. Perfunctory is how I would describe this movie. From what I can tell, the filmmakers had little interest in what they were doing. They didn't want to be making this movie, is what it looks like to me. After they were hired, maybe they realized while doing the job that they would rather be working on a different movie. Just my speculation. However, Gal Gadot, who plays the Wicked Queen, does a great job here. She's charismatic in the role and not at all fake. Her performance is different from anything else in the movie and is what the rest of the movie should have been. Her performance is modern. This movie should have been a modern retelling of the Snow White fairy tale, either in terms of the story or production design. But the production here looks as if no thought was given to the production. It looks as if the camera crew went to a Disney theme park and began filming the scenes there. Now, maybe they were trying to save money because they had to pay for the CGI. I don't know what the problem was, but the costumes look cheap as well. Snow White's costume looks like what the Snow White character wears at the theme park. Usually, in a Disney movie, the side characters are sassy. Here, the CGI dwarves aren't sassy. The woodland creatures in this movie, squirrels, deer, birds, etc., they're all played realistically. But I didn't need to watch realistic birds made out of CGI. Disney has already given us a dancing teapot, and it's a sassy teapot with clever one-liners. There's no sass from the side characters here, and that was a mistake. The movie Wicked set a very high bar for movie musicals. Maybe the camera work here should have been given to folks who have more energy or at least some interest in what they're doing. Now, with all that being said, I acknowledge that maybe the filmmakers here had a different purpose in mind than creating an entertainment phenomenon, which is what happened with the movie Wicked. Ultimately, it's a merchandising play, as well as advertising for the theme parks. Disney is in a very different position here than Universal Studios was with Wicked. Wicked had been a hit musical on Broadway for just a little over 20 years, whereas Snow White, the animated classic, was released in 1937, and the theme parks have been around since 1955. So Disney has a much more established IP with Snow White. It's not an excuse for this movie to be perfunctory, but Gal Gadot's performance wasn't perfunctory. She's already a proven star, and here she proved she can play a classic villain. I don't think she's played a villain before, so we can understand her reasons for doing the role. Disney's reasons for doing this movie, even apart from the merchandising and advertising for the theme parks, Disney seemed to be trying something different here with the CGI dwarves. The box office for this film wasn't going to destroy the studio, so why not take a risk? I don't think it paid off with this movie, but we learned, for example, that the styling of the CGI dwarves looked dated on screen. They looked like characters that would be walking around the theme park. Whoever designed them for the movie wasn't trying to set a new standard. That would be my guess. The latest on the Israel-Iran conflict. Apparently, Wall Street is of the opinion that the conflict can be contained. World financial markets aren't shaking, which tells us a lot. This is how isolated Iran has become because of its unrelenting support of terrorism. A major issue at this stage is whether the U.S. will assist Israel by providing a 30,000-pound bunker-busting bomb, which can destroy one of Iran's nuclear sites at Fordow, which is located deep within a mountainside and fortified with concrete. Last week, the IAEA reported that Iran has refused to cooperate with inspections. President Trump has called for Iran's unconditional surrender. Iran's leader, Khamenei, asserted that Iran will never surrender. There are reports Khamenei may be ill with cancer, which might be a factor. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.